Hello and welcome to my May Favourites video where I give you the products and things that I've been loving this last month, which I think will lead to a happier and healthier version of you. So let's get started. First up, everybody knows that I have a thing about ice cream, so I'm always on the lookout for macro-friendly, lower calorie versions of my favourite things. So Morrisons have released in their new summer range 2 new frozen yogurts. This one is the mixed berries frozen yogurt. So the other one, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's like a passion fruity, like exotic one, but it's still good, but this one is definitely my favourite. So it's just frozen yogurt and it's like swirled with like the raspberry and berry sauce. I'll show you that. For a quarter of the tub, it is only 106 calories. So if you really wanted to eat the whole tub, which I don't recommend, but if you do, you're really looking at just over 400 calories, which is so much less than like your favourite ice cream brand. But yeah, I think this is £2 in Morrisons and I would highly recommend picking this one up. I'll go through all like my foodie favourites first up. So next up we have the Liberté Greek Style yogurts. They're like layered ones. So this one is on a layer of kiwi and apple, and this one is on a layer of strawberry. I'm not a big fan of Greek yogurt. I much prefer fromage frais. I find regular Greek yogurt just really sour and really like thick and like claggy in my mouth. I just don't like it. But I was in Sainsbury's a couple of weeks ago and I saw them putting these out with like an offer bright sticker saying buy me, because it was only £1. So I was like, right, I'll give it a go. Mainly because I thought kiwi and apple was a bit of a different combination for a yogurt. This is what it looks like. So as you can see, it's just the layer of fruit on the bottom and then Greek yogurt on top. Fruit manages to cut through like the thickness of the yogurt and it's just so tasty. I love the kiwi and apple one. The strawberry one's nice, it's just like your regular yogurts, but yeah, the kiwi and apple one I definitely recommend getting. For 100 grams, and this tub's 450, but for 100 grams it is 85 calories, 7.7 grams of protein and 12 grams of carbs, so highly recommend picking this one up. When I was doing my research, I knew that I had mentioned these before, and I always mention them to clients who are looking for like a little sweet treat and stuff, but I normally get the chocolate brownie flavours. Sorry, I'm talking about the Fibre one, 90 calories, salted caramel squares. So I did feature the chocolate brownie flavour back in June last year on my blog, and I'll leave a link to that here, up there. But I didn't like the salted caramel ones when I tried them, but for some reason last week when they were on offer I was like, oh, I'll just pick up a box and just try them again, and yeah, I've been loving this flavour much more than like the brownie one for some reason. They're really good if you just want like something to put into your packed lunch, or you just need something quick to like grab as a snack with your cup of tea or your cup of coffee, after your dinner at night. If you just want to like, you can warm them up, have like with a little bit of ice cream or yogurt. They're not as good as a normal brownie, I'm not gonna lie, like they're just not. They are like a healthy sized version and they are quite small, like they're only this size. And they are expensive if you don't get them on offer. So I always make sure I get them when they're on offer, and at the moment they're about £1.30, £1.50 or something in Tesco's or Sainsbury's, one of them. And for one bar, you're looking at 87 calories, and I think the chocolate brownie one is 83. But yeah, I've been loving these ones this last month. That is it for my food favourites this month, I think. Next up, we have got the Molten Brown delicious rhubarb and rose hand cream. I know this is a bit of a random product for me to be featuring on like a fitness favourites, but bear with me. So I first smelt this when I was at my beautician's at the beginning of the month, and oh my god, the smell is just divine. It's so nice. And it actually coincided with me having really dry hands, because I wash them all the time, as you can imagine, like it being in like a gym environment and being a bit of like a clean freak or whatever. I'm constantly washing my hands, so they were getting really dry. So whilst I was in Birmingham, I thought I would treat myself and pick up one of these. I think it was like £10 for a tube. I'm pretty sure it was £10. If not, I will make a note of it here. But it smells incredible. It's just so beautiful. And and yeah, it makes me want to wash my hands just to put this on. Then one of my lovely clients, Natalie, bought me another one as a present, so I've got loads, so I'm not going to run out anytime soon, but definitely recommend this. It's really good for me as well, especially with dry hands, and I tend to get a few calluses just from like lifting the weights as well, so I need it to keep my hands nice and soft. But yeah, pick this up. My exercise of the month is the, I don't really know what to call it, but I've been calling it like the unbalanced single arm row. So I first saw this on Amanda Bucci's video when she was training with PJ Nestler. I use a variation of the single arm row all the time. It's like a staple in my program, in a lot of my clients' program. I just think it's really, really good for balancing out like each side alternatively, rather than, because most people, especially girls, have like one arm that's stronger than the other. So by working them isometrically, I just think is really, really important to like, yeah, just balance out any imbalances. But the unbalanced version, I'll insert a clip of me doing it here. So as you can see, I'm set up on a bench on all fours, and then my back leg is, the opposing back leg is raised up in the air. So this just makes that, just gets your core firing so much. So you're bringing into it your arms, your back, your core, your bum, and it's a lot harder than it looks. So this is the more advanced version, doing it from a bench. You can do it just from standing up, so leaning against something and just put the opposite leg in the air. But yeah, this one is brilliant, and I would highly recommend that you check out PJ Nestler's stuff. He's like introduced me to so many variations of different exercises, which are just brilliant, just like ones that, little tweaks that I'd never really thought of. Last up is the audiobook that I've been listening to recently. It is called If I Could Tell You Just One Thing, and it is by Richard Reed. So Richard Reed is the founder and owner of Innocent Smoothies, Innocent Drinks. So I'm sure you'll all have heard of those. So basically he's an entrepreneur, and he contributes his success to being given 4 different pieces of advice when he was younger. So now, or before writing the book obviously, every time that he came into contact with like an influential person, a person of importance, he just asked them what would their one piece of advice be that they would like to pass on. The book is filled with, I think it's like 50 plus, 60 plus like different people from all walks of life. Like you've got Richard Branson on there, Claire Baldwin, Andy Murray, Nelson, the men who are like locked up with Nelson Mandela, President Clinton. Who else was on there? Just tons and tons of people, Katie Piper. And it's all just what would their one piece of advice be. But I really enjoy the fact that he kind of gives a little bit of a backstory to them before telling you their advice. So you're introduced to who they are, what they do, and it just made me realise like how naive I am to a lot of people who do such good things in the world. But also it showed me like some people that I do know who are famous, like Jude Law. Like I had no idea how like charitable he was and how much he does for charity. And like his piece of advice was like interlinked with that. But yeah, a brilliant book, a really, really easy listen, but really inspiring, and yeah, just really enjoyable to like hear about how some people like overcome adversity and like conquer certain things, and how they became successful and what they attribute it to. And yeah, I just found it really inspiring. I really, really enjoyed it, and I would highly recommend that you either download it on Audible, listen to it in your car. You know that I'm a big fan, a massive fan of Audible books. I just think they're great. But also, if you need a book for your holiday reading, I think it'd be really good. I think that is it for my May favourites, May 27th favourites. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love you to try out some of the products that I've recommended to you. Let me know how you get on. If you've tried them, make a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Or alternatively, if you have anything that you think that I need to try, or you think that I would enjoy, or what you've been loving, send me a message, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, if you could give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment like I mentioned, that would be amazing. Check back on some of my old videos. I do normally do like more vlog style or in the gym workouts and stuff, but yeah, check them out, and I will see you in the next one. See you soon.